Hello, it's Tammy from Bottles of Bliss. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good. I know you guys probably thinking, why is she always in that pink shirt? I wear scrubs a lot, so I really don't have a lot of shirts. So it's the pink one and that orange one and my Pink Floyd purple sweatshirt. I know, I'm gonna have to go to the store and buy some. I went to Lane Bryant to get some, and good Lord, it was like $65 a shirt. So I think I'm just gonna have to go to like Walmart or Target and maybe get some like t-shirts. I don't really like t-shirts because they cut my throat. I like to have my shirts to be kind of down because I don't like anything like choking me. Like if I wore a necklace, like say you know how guys have that like kind of thick chain, if I wore it and it was just touching me, I would go into a full blown panic attack and I'd probably die because I would think I couldn't breathe. So I have a lot of phobias and I don't like anything around my neck. So t-shirts have that tendency to be up on your neck where when I can find a shirt that's not, then I'm just so excited. So I'm the pink girl. What can I say? I'm Pinky Tammy. I wear the pink shirt all the time and the orange one. You know, what can I say? All right, so I don't even know what I'm doing right now to tell you guys about this. It's so weird. You know, not weird, but just, so I buy a lot of blind buys, and I was a little out of control, right? I reeled it in. I recognize that the debt is far broader than what I think I can do. But, you know, I'm like 95% blind buys. And so months ago, 6 or 7 months ago, actually at the beginning of my journey, so it's probably been about 7 months ago, I had my eye on this perfume. And it actually wasn't the perfume. So if any of you know, and I know you know, that the house is Solange, you know, with the very expensive cupcakes, which I did not get any cupcakes. But I had my eye on something in the house of Solange because I like pretty things, and that's what gets me in trouble. I have no self-control when it comes to something really pretty. And it's definitely, you know, I'm going to call it what it is. I do have a shopping addiction, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I know one video I said I hated to call it that. I'd call it a behavior, but, you know, all in all, you know, I'll cut through the chase and be honest. Yeah, I do. I have a shopping addiction. And so I've been that way, basically, my whole entire life. I grew up kind of getting a lot of things, and then I kind of took it into my marriage with my daughter's father. When I got married to him when I was 21, we were married for 13 years. So we got divorced when I was still really young too. But, you know, him and I, we just, you know, we struggle with some issues, but my shopping was one of them. And he had an issue too of, you know, some things. So, but anyway, so I still carry it through and haven't gotten through it, and I'm 60 and I'm really trying to figure it out. You know, a lot of times they say you have a shopping addiction because, you know, of something, but I honestly, I can't think of any root cause. I had the most amazing childhood I could ever dream of, the most amazing mom and grandparents. I lived in a beautiful house on the Chesapeake Bay, and there was so much love in our family. There was never any drinking or smoking or cursing. You know, we loved the Lord. We went to church, and I had a wonderful childhood. So I have no idea. I think I get it from my dad, to be honest. My dad, he would buy like Mercedes Benzes with 14 karat gold, his name on the sides under where you lift up the handle to open the door. My dad always had a brand new Mercedes. My dad always had the creme de la creme of everything, which is, I'm just going to say, where I got my addictive behavior of really shopping and buying pretty things that I love. So with that being said, a few months ago, whatever, I had my eye on something from the House of Solage. And I really held back for a couple of months, but then I went ahead and bought it. It's probably the most expensive thing I've ever bought in the perfume line. And so I'll show you that first, and then I'll let you know about the other stuff. But so I always love these things where you can put, the idea of like putting perfume in something and carrying the container around. Just like when I was young, I was so in love with those little pins, and you would flip it down and the circle of perfume would be in there. Do you remember that? It's those type of things that I really love. I remember that. I remember that pin. It was I think it was a ladybug, and then you flipped it down and it had the little solid perfume. And I had one of a necklace of a ladybug where it was gold and red, and you opened the wings up and it had perfume. Any type of thing that is like a container for something, I just love. When I was about 17 or 18, I went to the Virgin Islands with one of my girlfriends, and I think I bought this in the Virgin Islands, but I had the most beautiful gold thing that you would put your Bic lighter in, the case. Man, it was stunning. It kind of looked like this, and this is probably why I got this, because it reminds me of that. It was gold, and it had these like stained glass unicorns, and oh my God, I loved it. Well, someone stole it from me, which is very sad, because that was one of my most precious things, and I did smoke back then, which is why I liked it. So anyway, I do have that that problem that I'm trying to get a grip on. So I caved and I bought this from Solage, and I think it was $500 or $500 maybe. So I'll show you what it looks like. This camera will never ever do it justice, but it's a container that you put your perfume in. Okay. And it looks like this. Let me take it out. I've never ever used it. It's one of those things. It's pretty. I love it. More than anything, I put it on my shelf and I never use it. But this is it. And I think if you went on Solage, it's $500 or $600. Big purchase, with a lot of high hopes. It's got this, what is it, like a lizard. It says House of Solage, and on the top it says a bunch of fancy stuff with these like diamonds and gems. And it's absolutely freaking beautiful. Very, very heavy. Quite the purchase, but this is the type of thing I do. I don't even know how you open it, to be honest. Oh, here you go. So you put your perfume that you buy at Solage inside of it. So I got this first, fully thinking that I would next get the perfumes from Solage. So so I got this. I mean, it's so beautiful. Like, I just can't explain it, So then I decided, of course I got to buy the perfumes. So I got this, which is full of brand new, beautiful perfumes that I guess you take out, which I haven't even done this before. So you would take it out, and I guess you would put it down in there, which I'm not going to do all that, and then you put the cap on it, and yeah, so it goes down there, and you would put the cap on it, and there it is. You carry it with you, which is the whole idea. So I got that, and then I've never used them, but of course I smelled each one. And lo and behold, they are not what I like. So I like fruity floral, and as beautiful as these are, they're just not for me. So now I have a problem. I just spent $300, probably more than that or whatever, on this, I think. Probably was 300. I don't know. You had to double check me, but I could be wrong, but I think it was around 280, 300. So now I've gotten these, and I don't care for these because they're just not my fragrance style. And now I have this. So what do I do? So I decided so when I got this in the mail, I got these little cute scratch-offs, which show you some other Solange perfumes. And when I got that Solange, I got this, which is not opened yet. So these are Hogwarts. These are going to end up on my Macari. So these are Hogwarts from Harry Potter. And there's by the House of Solange, Harry Potter Collection, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. I love Harry Potter. I read all the books, and I absolutely love Harry Potter. So I was like, oh, this is great. And I also had the scratch-offs of these. So that's why they're not open, because I know what they smell like, and they're not for me either, you know. Why on earth was I thinking that they would all be fruity floral? It's just, it goes to show you, I just really don't know what I'm doing half the time. So they're not fruity floral, but they're beautiful, and it's great, you know. And so then I'm like, okay, what do I do? So I did the scratch offs for Minnie and Mickey. So I got these, which is like 125 or whatever. So I bought these to go in there, which are brand new. They are Mickey and Minnie. They Joyful Escape and Blissful Moments. And now they're very pretty. Well, but one of them has that scent that, you know, I can't figure out, that I don't really like. So, what do? I don't want to just use the one, because then I'm going to be stuck with the other one. And I was just so hoping that they would all be like fruity floral, which I should have investigated more. But, you know, I just buy things, and I just wasn't really paying attention, which is stupid, you know. It's stupid at my age to be doing these things. But, yeah, so anyway, so I got this one I really like. It's very beautiful. It's not fruity floral, but it's pretty. And the other one just has that little bit of I don't know what it is. So I'm not really sure which one I really like and which one I don't. But so now I have these, and these. And nothing to put in here. So I'm in a quandary. I think that's what you call it, because this is hard for me to let go, because I love this so much. But I think the right thing for me to do is probably put it up on Macari, but it's going to be expensive. So, you know, I don't know if anyone would ever purchase it or not, but it's absolutely beautiful. And the fragrances are beautiful. They're just not for me. You know, guess I was looking for something more candy-like and fun and, you know, fruity, and they're just, I don't know how to explain them. They're beautiful, but they're just not for me. And so anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I have no idea, maybe because it's Friday and I don't know what to do with myself. But that was a blind buy purchase that kind of didn't go well for me, and it was probably $1,000 altogether, easy. And yeah, so I'm still paying on them. I'll probably be paying on them for the next 3 years. And but unfortunately, I'm not going to get any use out of them. And as much as I would love to have this get some use, because it's so beautiful, but it would be silly for me just to carry this around, because there's nothing I can put in it. And I don't think the other ones fit in here. I'm sure Solange made this to only fit Solage, you know. But anyway, so you're probably going to see that on my Macari if anyone's interested. And, you know, this is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And I love it. And whoever gets it, you are treating yourself to something magnificent. It's brand new. I've never taken it out of the box just to show you and to look at it the first time. And these are all new, and I think that I probably would just sell these all together. And I'm not going to do them all separately. I think this would just be a Solage package, and I really don't know what the price would be. You know, I really don't, but it's not going to be $1,000, but maybe 600 or something like that. I don't know, but it's a big purchase. It's worth it. You know, this alone I think was 500. So, you know, that's about it. Maybe 700. I don't know, but I have to think about it. But I probably will put it up there. So if any of you guys are interested, I know it's a big buy. You know, it's a huge buy, but it's not doing me any good just sitting in here, which I have a tendency to do that. I buy things, they're beautiful, and I set them on the shelf, and then I just keep collecting. And I'm on to the next, you know, but I'm trying to take care of that, to be honest. And, you know, buying perfumes is kind of, there's always so many coming out. I think there, is 6 or 9,000 already this year. And, you know, buying perfume and really chasing it is like chasing a goal you are never going to catch. Don't ever think you will. You will not. So you know, if you have like a shopping problem like me, you have got to learn how to restrain yourself, or you're going to end up with something you paid $1,000 for that you're not even going to use, and you're going to be paying on for a very long time, which is me. So yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. But my eyes are open now, so I'm really trying to do better. And that's about all. I just wanted to share that with you guys, be a little honest that, you know, my journey through buying perfume has been so much fun, but it's been out of control, you know, and it's been a perfume addiction, and chasing after the next thing is just got to the point where I have so many things coming out of my checking account that I've lost complete control over it. And that's when, you know, when you aren't able to pay your important bills, and because you got so much coming out on perfume, then you have a problem. So I do, and I recognize it. And you know, my daughter is very sweet because she recognizes it too. And but she's just, you know, supportive and, you know, trying to get me to just not buy anymore. So that's it, blunt and honest. Yeah, I love my perfumes. They make me so happy, and I have no regrets. You know, it's some of the blind buys like this, they didn't work, and I have plenty of blind buys that didn't work. But for the most part, my perfumes give me the greatest amount of joy. And so on the flip side, I work hard. You know, I work hard. I've been working hard. I very rarely take time off, which is today is a wonderful thing I did for myself. I've been at my job 10 and a half years, and I've taken 2 vacations. The last one I took was in 2005, and it's was it 2005? No. I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, was it? Yeah, I went on a cruise in 2005. That's a long time ago. Huh. So anyway, I don't take vacations very often, obviously, you know. But yeah, so I justify it in my head and by saying I work really hard. But you can work really hard and save your money and pay your bills. So don't get wrapped up in this. To be honest, it's fun if you can pay for it, and, you know, if you can afford it, go for it, and it brings you joy. And it does. I'm so happy with my perfume. And I love just getting ready to leave for work and know, what am I going to use today? So, but I just have to reel it in some, and I will. And but anyway, I just wanted to say that, and I hope you guys are having a great day. I still have more reviews to do and stuff like that. But and don't get me wrong, I love my perfume with a passion. But I just need to know when to stop. So anyway, I love you guys, and I'm going to McDonald's to get a soda because it's 1:01 and I'm thirsty. So I'll see you guys later. Much love.